excited to have you along tonight. My name is Dawn Doss. I have achieved the rank of manager with Javita, and I'm super excited to be sharing this opportunity with you tonight. If you were invited here by somebody that is a Javita member, make sure that afterwards you get with them so that this way they can help you get started as a customer or as a member, whatever you choose. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the journey as well as our product, because frankly we have an amazing product. Again, I said I achieved the rank of manager with Javita, so I am super excited to share everything with you that I have learned since January 3rd of this year. Not only has Javita actually changed my my health. I had my phone turned on here, sorry. Not only has it changed my health, but it has changed my financial situation as well. I'm a mother of 4, divorced after 18 years of marriage, and I've been a stay-at-home mom with the exception of a part-time career in radio, as well as being a nightclub MC slash DJ slash party girl for the last 20-something years. So when I found myself divorced, I found myself without an income, and I've tried a few different things and have had, some jobs, but nothing that was really making ends meet. That was the big deal. And when I came on to Javita, I wasn't looking to make ends meet. I was actually looking just to change my health. I was very, very overweight, the heaviest I've been in my entire life. And when my journey started, it just ended up being way more than I ever expected. So I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over to my presentation and share with you tonight a little bit more about myself and my journey with the business in just a moment. But we're going to go ahead and get started, and I do have my guest Rob Harris here with me tonight. He's going to be sharing with you as well his experience with Javita as well. So first, let me tell you a little bit about Javita. Javita, again, is absolutely amazing. That's not what we wanted to see tonight. Of course, Javita is absolutely amazing. And this is actually our home office in Boca Raton, Florida, with our founder and CEO, Stan Charlstein. Of course, we are an amazing company that is debt-free. We have proven management as well as leadership. And also, when we're debt-free, that means our entire infrastructure is completely debt-free. We own everything associated with Javita. Stan has done an amazing job and is somebody who has been in this business for over 25 years. He has put together a phenomenal opportunity for each and every one of us, not just with the business, but with the coffee as well for our own personal consumption. Of course, you might be asking yourself, why coffee and tea? Well, because together, coffee and tea, along with weight loss, is over $300 billion a year industry. Coffee being a $120 billion a year industry is the second most consumed beverage next to water. And of course, tea is right there with it. And when you think about it, combining it with weight loss just absolutely made sense. And that's what made sense for me too, because it was a habit to get into. And coffee is actually the world's second most traded commodity next to oil. And they kind of bounce back and forth, like one month it's oil, the next month it's coffee. But really, it is trading at the highest it's ever traded before. And of course, billions of cups are consumed every day worldwide. And unlike other products, people are just not going to stop drinking coffee or tea. So if you think about it as a daily habit, when you combine your coffee and your tea with weight loss, it absolutely makes sense to do something you're already doing. And that's not adding to your routine. Our product strategy with this company is absolutely amazing. Of course, we have naturally healthy, estate-grown South American coffee, as well as an award-winning Japanese tea. And all of our herbs are natural. We're kosher certified and gluten-free. And if you know anything about kosher certification, it's actually a step above being organic. Gourmet instant coffee and tea for us was a no-brainer to put it in a single serving packet. This way it was easy and convenient so that you could take it anywhere with you. Pocket of your shirt, a bunch of them in your purse if you're like me, center console of your car, so this way when you pull up and you share your product with somebody, you have it right there to give out when you're pulling through a drive-through window, which I do quite frequently. And the one thing you may not know is that in the U.S., 40% of all coffee drinkers are actually instant coffee drinkers. And of course, that's about 63% in Europe and 80% in Asia drinking the coffee and the tea in an instant form, because it is so easy and convenient, something you can do on the go. So you don't have to worry about carrying around anything big. You don't have to rush to a coffee pot or anything else. You can still pull through your favorite coffee house drive-through, ask for a cup of hot water, whatever sweeteners you might like. They might charge you $1 or so, and put your coffee in it and go about your business. I'm the kind of person that actually hands them my coffee packet and asks them to mix it for me. They're grateful, and I just tip them well when I'm done. Of course, our Energy in Mind was actually our first product with Javita. It's to give you sustained energy, of course, alertness, a little mental clarity, which I probably should have had before this presentation. And it also helps with your long-term and short-term memory. Energy in Mind actually only has the 3 ingredients that you see, the Bacopa Monnieri, the gotu kola, and the green tea mixed in with our gourmet coffee. Again, this is a phenomenal product. We're seeing amazing results with this product. Kids that have ADD and ADHD are seeing extra special benefits, with being focused and being able to tune in to what's going on in their daily lives a little bit better than what they were. And we're seeing a lot of people talking about how good they feel. This is the kind of coffee you want to replace those energy drinks that are so bad for you. There have been many studies done with different kind of drinks and what they can do to your system. And really, when you're putting those kind of chemicals into your body, it doesn't do anything for you like Javita can do. Of course, again, you see the mental clarity. You'll be alert, you'll be awake, you'll feel really good, and there is no crash with this coffee. And again, only half the caffeine of regular coffee. Our Burn and Control coffee is our absolute baby right now. It's how I got started with Javita. Of course, I was looking to lose a little bit of weight, and I didn't realize what I was about to get into. High energy, calories being burned with every cup. It controls my appetite. It has yerba mate in it. It helps to boost your metabolism, and of course it increases your caloric burn rate, as well as suppressing your appetite, like I mentioned just a moment ago. It stimulates mental focus and clarity, and it helps to increase your energy. And with the aiding in oxygen delivery to the heart, you feel a good pump with your body as you're using the Burn and Control. And of course, you're just drinking it. There's no using or anything else. This is not a diet. You're essentially just changing your brand. The Garcinia Cambogia within our Javita Burn and Control coffee has actually been touted by Dr. Oz as being like the holy grail of weight loss. Though he does not back our product, he is a huge fan of Garcinia Cambogia because, again, it does help to reduce your appetite, and it blocks that enzyme in your body that turns things into, it turns the carbohydrates into sugar, and it stores them as fat. So it prevents those sugars from being stored as fat, and it helps to burn fat rapidly. So one of the things that you see with the Garcinia Cambogia is a body composition change. You don't want to watch your scale, making sure that you're taking your measurements and that you're watching the changes in your body, because our Burn and Control coffee helps you to build lean muscle, and that is super important when drinking Javita, that you remember that there is a body composition change and that you are building lean muscle. You don't want to watch those numbers on the scale. You'd much rather see the inch loss as opposed to the number on the scale shrinking, or at least I would. And again, with the Garcinia Cambogia, that is one of the things that you will definitely see. Yerba mate has been touted for years as being a healthy additive to our diets, and this is actually something that is a staple in Asian cultures. So this is a phenomenal product. If you have not tried our Burn and Control, make sure you try some today. Our Lean and Green Tea was released this year back in January, and of course it helps to reduce your appetite, cut your cravings. It helps to increase your fat burning, and it helps to burn that stubborn belly fat that we all get. And it balances out your blood sugar, and it helps to fuel your workout. Now, one of the things about balancing out your blood sugar is if you're a diabetic, the Lean and Green Tea is amazing, and it's a great product for you. The Genema Silvestre is actually a sugar slayer. It helps to inhibit the natural sweeteners that you like. It promotes your appetite suppression, and it blocks the sugar absorption, as well as helping to balance out your blood sugar. That with the Garcinia Cambogia and the green tea, those being the only 3 ingredients, you are only getting those, and you're not worrying about chemicals. I actually love the Lean and Green Tea. I have some every day. I usually have it a little bit cold in the afternoon, and then at night I always have a cup before I go to bed, warm, because it helps me sleep really good. And that's one of the things I personally have noticed about this product since I started drinking it January 3rd. And of course, these are my results. On the left is actually a picture of me back in November of 2013. I was very overweight, very unhappy with the things going on in my body, and probably at my most miserable point in my life as far as my body was concerned. And then all of a sudden, on February 15th, remember, I started drinking the coffee on January 3rd, but on February 15th, I was down 7 pounds and 12 inches. I'm currently down over 18 pounds and 22 inches. I feel absolutely great. My doctor says I'm good and healthy. My thyroid function is actually slow, so that's one of my struggles, and I have had no problems with this coffee whatsoever. Of course, the coffee being non-acidic is great because I don't get heartburn from it, as well as it is alkaline. So that is something you definitely want to have in your diet, you know, a coffee that's alkaline and not acidic, to help you with your dietary needs and your appetite suppression, as well as helping your stomach and aiding in digestion. Of course, this is Angie. She's had some amazing results as well. On the left, when I first met Angie, is how she looked, and I thought she looked great, but I didn't realize what was about to happen to her. Just a little bit under a month later, you can see that her body had some amazing changes on our burning control. Angie is also a huge proponent of our Mind and Energy coffee because she has a child who suffers from, he does have some disorders as far as ADHD, and he's a diagnosed schizophrenic. And one of the things that she decided to try, because she had been seeing people using the Mind and Energy with their children, was that they were seeing results that they didn't expect, and she thought it might help her son, who was a little bit, essentially, as she put it, the kid that you told other kids not to play with. And nobody ever likes to say that about their child. Angie said her child, though he is still medicated, is now a much more loving, fun, and happy child. You know, she doesn't mind letting him go out and play with the other kids because she doesn't have to worry like she used to. So that is one of the things that Angie has actually seen with our Mind and Energy coffee, aside from her results with the burning control. This is Lindsay, and on the left, when I first met Lindsay, is when she first came to Javita. She was just a little overweight and not smiling. But on the right, there's her amazing, beautiful smile and her new body. That was taken just a little bit over 3 months after she started with the company and started drinking Javita Weight Loss Coffee. You can see she's got a new smile, which Javita paid for. She was going through some things, and it has changed her life absolutely in the most positive of ways. So congratulations to Lindsay, and we're super excited to have her along with Javita. We have a 3 and Free program that is absolutely amazing. It helps you earn your coffee for free, and really all that happens is once you're a member or you're a customer, you can get your coffee for free by having 3 people drinking the same amount or more than you each month. And once you have that, your coffee is literally the cost of your shipping and handling. So my business is run on about $11 a month because I have 3 people, 3 of my friends, part of them are my family, that are drinking the same amount or more coffee or tea as me each month. And it doesn't make a difference which one they order as long as they're using a Javita product. Again, that is the same amount or more than me each month. And that's how you get your product for free. Of course, when you become a member, we teach you to become a Javita Star, and we want you to do that within the first 30 days. And that's by enrolling 3 new members that each sign up with a qualifying pack of $4.99 or $9.99. Now, with that, we have our new Star 7 bonus. And if you earn your Star 7 bonus by achieving Star in 3 days, or 7 days, I'm sorry, you will get an extra $100 with your bonus. That's $400. Not just $300, that's $400 for signing 3 new members within the first 7 days. And of course, you get this great little bonus that helps you out when your bonuses are paid each Monday on your Javita card. You're earning about $1,000 at this point. That can vary depending on how you've sold your coffee. You might have sold some out of the back of your car like we do all the time. Your friends and family are ordering. So it really just depends. But this number is it actually varies for people. Of course, we want you to become a Star Builder, which means you're earning a free iPad mini. And as a Star Builder, that means you've helped 3 members that you've personally enrolled become Star within 30 days. And that's just teaching them how to do the same thing that we've taught you, which is enroll 3 new members within 30 days with a qualifying business pack. Now, by this time, once you've become a Star Builder, you've earned your iPad mini, and you've also earned a share of 2% of the local volume each month. This is actually a great bonus, and during the month of July, we are doubling the bonuses as a Star itself, so that $100 right there actually becomes $200, which you've earned $500 at this point once you become a Star. And then once you hit the Star Builder, you've got your $500 your free iPad mini, which is really cool, and you're earning about $2,000 at this point. Of course, our BMW car bonus program is absolutely amazing. I earned mine in the first 87 days, but we have had people recently do it in as little as 27 days, and one is in as little as 14 days. It's absolutely amazing. Javita is growing that quick. Of course, what happens is you're achieving $15,000 in your group volume, which is everybody underneath you, helping to accumulate $15,000 in sales volume. It promotes you to the rank of supervisor, and as a supervisor, Javita is going to give you a car bonus of $400. Now that's great. You have a car payment being made for you for a very nice car. On top of that, you've achieved the rank of supervisor, and you're getting about $3,000 a month at this point. We've added some new bonuses in honor of our 3rd anniversary, our builder bonus for managers and directors, as well as our new Diamond Club bonus. We also have a team development infinity bonus that you get every Monday, and you get paid as your team grows. So here's what happens. You get this little Javita card, and on Mondays, the company's going to pay you your bonuses for every person that you've either personally enrolled or as you've promoted has enrolled underneath your new people. So here's what it looks like. As a consultant, before where you were earning $100 per person for every person that you've signed up, you're now getting $115. But here's what happens. Your team is going to grow, and of course you're going to get paid weekly on that. But as your team grows, you're getting $15 all the way to infinity for every person that joins your team at this point. Now this goes up, as you saw in the before image that showed just a moment ago, that you get 15, and then it goes 55 and 80, and so on and so on. But once you reach the rank of diamond, you're getting $200 a person that you've personally enrolled, on top of another $100 for each person that enrolls directly underneath them. And again, this is as your team keeps growing and grows to infinity. The overriding residual income can be absolutely amazing. Working with the power of 3, that's 3 people that you know, sharing with 3 people that they know, and so on and so on. And if you follow this, the earning potential is absolutely amazing, up to 15 levels with this company. So if you look at it, just by having 3 people sign up and doing the same thing and repeating the process over and over again, there's a lot of potential there. You can earn a significant amount of money, and I am sure that even just as an associate, that extra couple $100 a month or extra, couple of $1,000 a year would be nice to have in the bank for you. Of course, the timing of Javita is absolutely amazing. We're, again, a solid debt-free company with proven management. We have a universal product that is never going to go away, and people are never going to stop using it. An outstanding compensation plan. I can't emphasize this enough. An outstanding compensation plan, as well as a proven leadership training, so that this way you learn how to build your business. Now, the companies up at the top the right top side of your screen have been around for several years. These are multi-billion-dollar companies, and they are well past that point where you're building momentum. Javita is at that point currently. We are building momentum, and that's just the start of what we call the sweet spot, where you actually want to be with a company, is before that sweet spot hits and as it hits and starts to build. Because once you hit that $1 million a month, that is really building momentum with your company. Now, $5 million a month, that's critical mass, and we're shooting for that by the end of August, especially with some new products that we have coming out to be released soon. And I'm super excited to be able to share those with you next month. But as I was saying, critical mass is $5 million a month. Now, the important part of that to think about is the fact that we have just hit that beginning of the sweet spot, where we're just hitting $1 million a month. And I can tell you this because this is the actual back office where we see what our totals in our organizations are for the month. In March, for the first time, our organization, under the top paid female in the company, who is a Black Diamond, Andrea Gebhardt, had just reached $1 million, just over $1 million actually. And you can see from the image down below that, her $860,000 the month before. That's a significant jump. That is the way it works. When you start to see that momentum build, it's at $1 million a month. So we're super excited because we know since March we've done more than this, and we're seeing that momentum really take off. And I'm going to show you why right now. This is actually my personal back office. I need to put an updated image in here. But what is so cool about this is you can see from the time that I started where I began, literally. In January, for my first month, from January 3rd to the end of the month, January 31st, we did $4,200 in business in my organization. And then in February, we went up a little bit more, $6,000. And of course in March, we more than doubled to $16,425. And that was in 31 days. But in April, we jumped again. And in 30 days, well over doubled March's totals. So we hit that $40,000 mark, and in the middle of May, when I took this image off my phone from my back office, we were sitting at $39,000. And we ended the month way over that. So the growth is there. That's your proof. That's not something that I've made. That's come from our back office. As a matter of fact, when you become a member, you get to see your back office, and you have a little area that shows exactly this and how much you've grown. So when I say that we are literally at that momentum, we are at that momentum, and we're going to hit that $5 million a month mass, critical mass, coming up towards the end of August. So it's a super exciting time to be with Javita, especially with a game-changing product on the way here that is to be released shortly. I'm expecting it to be released by the end of August. Now you might be asking how you get started right now. You're going to get started with your own virtual coffee house. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to give you 2 websites that you don't pay for. Those websites are absolutely free, and with most companies you don't get that. We're going to give you a product ordering system that is absolutely amazing, and it's available 24/7. We have an amazing global support team and live member support in Boca Raton, Florida. Just ask for Scott, he'll hook you up. So you might be asking what it's going to cost you at this point to get started as a member with Javita. We have a couple of different options for you. We have our $99 starter pack, which includes 2 boxes of coffee. It gives you your personal websites, your back office suite, but you're going to get limited access to all that income and those bonuses that I was talking about. They're non-existent for somebody who starts with a $99 starter kit. So really, what you want to be able to do, if you can, is start with the $499 business pack. Now this membership is going to include 14 boxes of coffee. You're going to get your personal website, your back office suite, and full access to all the income and the bonuses, including the BMW and the iPad. Okay, you're also going to put money in your pocket. Now, what I did was I borrowed money when I started my business. I literally started on borrowed money. I didn't have this money. I was a divorced mother of 4 kids, with one getting ready to go off to college, and literally could not afford to start my business. So when my best friend says, I'm going to give you the money, I said, okay, I'm going to sell 10 boxes of coffee. I'm going to keep 2 for myself, and I'm going to use 2 for sampling out for people, and I pre-sold those 10 boxes of my coffee before it ever got here. So my kit was paid for, and by the time I was done, I was able to give it right back. And I've never been so excited about a product, because who can do that? You know, you sell 10 boxes of coffee in the 4 days it takes your product to get to you by the time you sign up. And of course, I put money in my pocket at that point too. But with the $999 business kit, you're getting 34 boxes of coffee, your personal website, your back office suite, and full access to all the bonuses, as well as the BMW and the iPad, and you're putting even more money in your pocket. I'm sure you can do the math. You're putting a bunch of money in your back pocket after you've gotten the money for your kit back, almost $700. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, those are the best values. So I highly encourage you to get with the person who invited you to this webinar tonight and talk to them about getting started, and use that $499 business pack to get yourself started with. Now, the one thing I do want you to do is get started on Facebook. You get on Facebook, you go public with it, you tell people you just started drinking Javita Weight Loss Coffee, and it's absolutely delicious. And I can tell you right now, my very first post drew 116 comments, not to mention the private messages that I had after posting this. And that's what started my business. It absolutely took off. And with Facebook, you can reach out to 1 billion potential customers and members. And the cool part about it is it's not just Facebook. You can use your Twitter, you can use your Instagram, whatever it is you might be using. This is a great way. If you're still a MySpace user, by all means use it. But this is a great way to promote your business and get started. And there are several ways to do it. But getting started with that one sentence, I guarantee you, is going to generate interest in your product, and you will have those Facebook stalkers that are going to take their time asking you about this product. So I'm super excited for you to get started with that. Of course, we want you to launch your Javita business. We want you to book your coffee party, as soon as you can. We're going to get you to complete the roadmap to success and establish your goals, as well as getting on the training and using all the tools that we provide for you. We have our STAR training calls every Sunday, 6:30, which is 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you just use the number below and then put the PIN number in. And of course, you can go to the training website, which is javita.com/get-started. And we want you to get your cell phone out right now, if you're not currently watching this video on your cell phone, and text Javita to 96,000. That's 96000. The reason for this is because we're going to send you reminders of when those calls are, and those morning calls that get you up and get you going and get you motivated through your day. We also want you to attend any local team events and parties that might be in your area. You just check with the person who invited you again to this webinar, and they're going to get you started on that right away. We want you to sell your product and get your investment back quickly. So again, getting started with Facebook, making sure that you're sharing this with your friends. This is simple. Sharing with your friends. Just tell the people that you know in your life, look, I'm drinking this. You should really try it. I guarantee you they're going to love it. And that's going to get you started with that 3 and free program as soon as possible. We want you to repeat your process with any new members that you get with Javita, and you will get those new members. Now I'm going to go back to my main screen here and pull up this lovely little thing here that we have that will get us back to where we were. Rob, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Rob, I'd like you to tell everybody about your experience with Javita, if you could, please.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm someone who actually quit drinking coffee in 2012, and that was because I was addicted to Starbucks, and I live in Seattle, so that makes a lot of sense. But I found Javita, and I was intrigued with the weight loss aspect of it, and I ended up starting in January, and within my first month, I lost 11 pounds. So that was huge, and by my third month, I ended up losing 18, and as of today, I'm over 20. So I love my Javita coffee, and I love the green tea. I drink 1 coffee and 2 teas a day, and it's just fantastic. So, and business-wise, just in the past few months, my business has really started to grow, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I finally started doing parties, and we did one last night. You know, we got another distributor from there, and I'm just loving it. This is so fun, so easy, and this is the greatest company I ever could have been a part of.
Now, Rob, one of the cool things is all we really have to do is share like we did with our toys as kids. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, it's so easy to share. I bought a car a little over a month ago. My wife just took it in to get the oil changed, and the guy we bought the car from, I gave him some Javita, and he ended up buying a whole box from me. And when she saw him, he was actually drinking the Javita there today, and he's loving it. So he's already down, I think he said about 6 pounds just in a month from drinking this, and he's happy.
I think it's super exciting, especially stories when you hear like that. I love the customers that tell me that they're sleeping better, their joints feel good, they're not as hungry, they kicked that ice cream habit. I had a wicked Dr. Pepper habit. One of the things, actually, Rob might not know about me is when I started drinking Javita, I was not a coffee drinker. My morning get-up was Dr. Pepper, which is so bad for me. But the other thing is, not only did it take away those cravings and the things that I want all the time, it really helped me want more healthy foods like proteins. That was one of the big things. I didn't crave sugar, so any of the sweets and stuff. That, you know, as somebody who has Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid condition, really struggling, you know, with wanting those foods that made me feel better and that were better for me. And I'm sure you've noticed a difference in that as well.
Absolutely. I sleep. That's actually a huge thing for me, because I used to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, and I would have the hardest time waking up in the morning. I wouldn't feel like I was fully awake until about noon. And now, because I actually drink a tea before I go to bed, I'm going to bed, you know, 10, 11, sometimes before my wife, which is unusual. And I can wake up at 5:30, 6 a.m. in the morning with my wife and kid now, and she makes breakfast and we eat together, and that's just something that never happened. So I'm feeling fantastic and I'm loving it.
Well, I am super excited that you're enjoying it. In the business side, you said your business is taking off. For me, the experience that I'm having is that when I started the business, I was actually receiving food assistance from the state of Washington. As I said, I'm divorced. I was married for 18 years, so I wasn't ready for, not getting enough support, but really, to take care of my kids. I wasn't employed enough to really take care of my kids, even though I did have a job. And I actually gave up a job in radio because when I started with Javita, I didn't expect it to take off the way it did. And then it took off, and it was like, holy cow. I had to make a choice. Do I want to stay gone for 8 hours a day, 3 of that commuting from where I live in Port Orchard, Washington, over to Seattle, and 5 hours in a studio, and spend 8 hours away from my family, or do I want to go ahead and take the chance and make a leap of faith and put all my faith in God and go with my business? And when I missed a top earner in our company, Dr. Chi here, I felt like it cost me money, and I ended up 4 days after I'd signed my contract with the radio station that I was with, giving it up. But I was also able to, just a couple months ago, tell the state of Washington I no longer needed food assistance because the income that I was replacing was taking care of my family and really providing a much better lifestyle for us. How about for you, Rob? What is the one thing with your business that you've seen that has been a true testimony for you?
Well, I'd say as far as the business, the thing I like about network marketing is there's a lot of personal growth. And so there was a bit that I had to overcome because I spent 6 years working out of my house. I used to have a software company. And during those 6 years, I became pretty introverted. So with this experience, it has allowed me to exercise my extroverted side of me. And I actually didn't start doing parties until May. I kind of dragged my feet just because, I didn't have the experience of speaking in front of a large group of people that I didn't know. And I finally just did it, and I did it with one of my distributors. Her and I started doing parties together, and it was an instant hit. We ended up getting distributors from the very first party, and pretty much almost every party I've done now, we've had another distributor, another customer, and it just keeps growing from there, and it has gotten easier and easier, and it's just so much fun. So,
well, Rob, I really appreciate you joining us tonight. We'll figure out the video thing for next time, but I do want to thank everybody that's on this presentation tonight for sitting in and listening. We have a super opportunity for you as well as an amazing product, and I hope that you will get in touch with the person who invited you to this presentation. If it was me that invited you to this presentation, all you have to do is click on the link below, and it will take you directly to me and get you in touch with me. Again, I do appreciate it. We will definitely do another webinar again next week on Thursday night as well. And the other thing is we have Las Vegas coming up, which I know Rob is excited about, but I'm super excited for Las Vegas.
I can't wait.
I know, our first national convention. There's a bunch of us sitting on a plane together, and we're all going to Vegas, and we're going to show Vegas what Javita is all about for a 2-day conference. You can find out more information about that as well. If you're considering becoming a Javita member and you want to know more about how to do it, or you're looking for ways to do it financially, again, please get in touch with the person who brought you to this webinar tonight. And we'll look forward to sharing Javita with you and seeing you in Las Vegas. Thanks for tuning in.